Insert high-quality professional podcast intro here. Hello, Chimi listeners. Welcome back to another episode of Chimi Chunga Superstar Podcast. And if you're back for the first time, God, I've never done this before, have I? I suck at podcasting. I should just go do porn again. With me tonight, I have two guests. I have Professor Elliot, who you are all probably tired of hearing about because I keep putting him on my show.
Hey, I'm back again.
And
for the first time.
For the first time again. Thank you for mocking me, you cocksucker. And then now we have someone brand new, straight out of Portland, Anthony Sargent.
What's going on, guys? I am also back for the first time.
Oh, I hate you guys so much right now. Anyways, Anthony, you also host your own show, don't you?
Yeah, but we're actually in a bit of a hiatus right now, looking to rebrand and re-release. Made a few mistakes with the original show that I want to kind of fix, and it's a little bit irreparable at this point. So we're gonna rebrand and relaunch. But because I'm all about transparency, everything I did is on the site, so you can go see it, listen to it. I mean, sorry, not see. There's some YouTube stuff too, but it's all been banned from YouTube because it was racy.
Racy, I like
That's
racy.
fun.
No, I made all that up. Yeah, no,
He got the diddly footage.
The diddly footage.
The diddly with the fiddler background music.
Oh, yeah, I think that'd be a great play in Russia.
Oh, why does it have to be
Diddler on the roof.
No, it's Fiddler on the Roof, Diddler in the Basement.
Ah.
Yeah,
Is that kind of like the freak in the streets, or what is it?
Freak in the Sheets.
Freak in the sheets, yeah.
Lady in the streets and a freak in the bed.
Yes. That's actually quite how I like it. And hell, you've met my girlfriend, Professor.
I have.
That kind of describes her pretty well.
Whoa. Yeah. You can check out my stuff though. It's at www.tyopod.com. There's like videos, movie stuff, game stuff. I don't know. There's a bunch of crap on there.
Stuff.
Yeah, stuff. There's stuff about stuff. It's just
And other stuff?
It's all about pillow and couch cushion stuffings.
Oh, yeah, that's actually, I've been looking for a show just about that.
Huh.
Yeah, it's crazy because people think that everyone is just stuffed with cotton, but like no, there's all kinds of stuff. Foam, goose down, everything. It's crazy.
God, I love those down feathers. You know, actually, my girlfriend has a water pillow.
A water pillow?
Yeah, she has to like clean it and drain it.
Not
and then
like a
refill
water
it.
bed, just a water pillow.
Yeah, it's just a water pillow.
So she just has a hot water bottle that she sleeps on.
No, it's like an actual pillow. You put the sheet over it, and I can tell she loves that thing to death because whenever I crash at her place, she doesn't use it. She says, "Here's your pillow," and you just hear this slosh. Yeah.
Huh.
So have you slept on this thing?
Yes, I slept on this thing quite a few times. Is
it great or does it give you a crick in the neck?
It's neither. It's so simple. You just kind of get I don't even want to think about it anymore. You only catch the noise.
So I have a pillow that's like memory foam, but on top of it there's some kind of gel it's liquidy.
Oh,
it's
gel pillows. Yeah, I've seen those.
Right, and it's like I heart it so much because it's always cold. So like when you put your face on it and it's hot, that pillow is like it feels like you're dipping your face in water. Only it's just the pillow. I love that thing.
Oh, super cool side of the
I think
pillow.
I gotta find one of these.
Yeah, it's got like gel on top. It's like memory foam. The pillow is not like it's not down or anything. You can't like fold it in half really.
Yeah, you can't get down with that.
Yeah, because it's kind of foam, but like on top of the foam, that cold stuff. I don't know what it is. It's gel or something.
One of my friends has a bone conduction pillow. So what happens is as he's laying on it, it puts music into his head through his skull.
That sounds painful. It sounds like a Bond villain.
I'm going to inject this music into your skull.
Do they pass one of those out to each employee at the Tesla factories?
That really sounds like the villain would tell Bond he's going to disintegrate all of his bones from the inside out through sonic dampening through this pillow.
Now rest, you fool.
Rest.
Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We got to do one very important thing, which is beer.
Beer.
I sent the professor out on a clinky run.
We've picked some stuff up here.
So I feel bad because I wasn't able to find the beer that you guys are drinking.
Well, we kind of wound up with one that's like the brewery's just down, not even like 30 minutes from where I live, so it's a little easier for me than you, all the way up in the warm climate of Portland, Oregon.
Warm? It's like 30 degrees right now.
Well, it's funny. I actually grew up just north of you in Astoria, so I'm very familiar with how that place gets.
It was funny. A few days ago, my mom was calling me. She's up in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about how, the other day it actually got kind of warm. Like, how warm? She's like, I don't know, like 65. I'm
like day before yesterday.
I'm like, it got that cold last night, and I was driving. I drive for Lyft now. I was driving people, and they were jumping in the car like, dear God, it's cold. Turn up the heat. And it's like 66, 67.
Yeah, welcome to California, where if you're not from here, you're a little bit of a bitch at any temperature change. Well, anyways, as the gentleman mentioned, he was unable to get the beer of the week that was voted on by you, our lovely listeners. But this week we are drinking Stone Brewery's Sorry, Not Sorry IPA. It's actually, I'm really excited because one, it's an IPA, and two, it's peach.
So I didn't get the beer you guys got, but I did get some beer, and guess what? It's an IPA also.
Oh
man!
So I got some of the New Belgium Acclamation, White IPA.
Oh, I've had that. I love that. That's actually really good. It's got some good hoppiness to it, but it's not hops.
It's definitely an IPA. I can say that. I'm actually like 3 in already.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad you prepped. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a moment of silence and test these bad boys out. And the dog didn't catch the memo.
Oh.
Were we supposed to get drink sounds into the mic, or?
No, we're just supposed to be silent. And it's an excuse for us just to drink.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say I could drink much louder if I need to.
Oh, you know what? Do it. Let's hear how loud your drink gets.
Oh, shit.
Hey, get yourself. That is some audible drinking.
That's audible drink?
That is an audible drinker.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Nice. What are you drinking over there?
He just told us.
Oh, I'm totally.
The New Belgium Acclamation White IPA.
Right.
It's pretty good. It is exactly what you said, though. It's like it's hoppy like an IPA, but it's definitely not as strong as some of those other IPAs can be. Some of the other ones are almost like spicy. There's so much like hoppiness to them. They're almost like burning your mouth off. And this one does have a little bit more of a subtle tone to it, but it's definitely an IPA.
Well, when I'm drinking here, the peach IPA from Stone, I'm digging. It's still very hoppy. I mean, Stone's really known for putting plenty of hops in their brew.
They like their IPAs.
They love their IPAs. I think that's what they jerk off to at night. But the peach in this is actually
just hops noticeable. In the corner.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The peach is very, very noticeable to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to pour it. I'm going to force you to drink from the bottle because I've only got my mug. Haha.
Selfishness.
I will continue drinking.
When you said that's what they jack off to, were you saying they jack off to like just a pile of hops in the corner?
No, the mash. They pull the mash out when they're done, and they jerk off into it so they could reuse it for future brews.
Oh, so
that's where the white IPA comes from.
Yeah, that's the white IPA, the pale ale. The pale ale.
Yuck.
That makes sense.
I just happened to be drinking that. So,
has anyone else here had a European beer from France or Italy?
Yes.
What the hell is that?
I've had it from Germany.
Germany beer. Germans know their beer.
Yes.
But
French and
the two
Italian?
French beers I had and the one Italian beer I had, actually the one Italian beer I had at the wedding I went to last night was horrendous. I don't even recall the names, but they had like those overly detailed labels with the gold foil. And by the time you open, you feel like you should have spent like $30 already, and then you taste it and you actually want like you think someone should owe you money.
That's disappointing.
That is not the one that we're drinking. I'm liking this.
Not too late. You've already said it. You hate it. You feel like they owe you money.
They owe me money. They owe me 15 cents.
That's not a lot.
No, it's not. That's actually probably about how many.
So that means the beer is bad, but it's not terribly bad if you only want 15 cents.
Well, actually, I owed them a lot of money in the past, so that's just kind of what's left.
Okay, that's their change.
That's their change indeed.
All right.
You know what? Speaking of Reds, I want to take a brief moment for all of you who are following the events that took place last month. Holy shit. I'm a podcaster. Can you tell? Last week. Less so on the events that took place. There were many deaths and all that, but I want to kind of touch on a more important topic because I have a lot of friends in the community that are definitely feeling the fear. There is a very specific extremist act and mentality behind these attacks.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a religion that has influenced. It is an extreme view of a religion. A skewed extreme view.
Any religion can become violent. I mean, you've got there are Buddhist extremists.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
look at soccer.
I think you misspoke though when you say any religion can become violent. What you should have said was that every religion is violent. That's just what it is. I mean, I actually been kind of going back and forth a little bit on social media about this specifically. Like I've been trying to stay out of it because I just don't want to get involved in it. But certain people know how to pull it out of me, and the one thing I saw that just really put it in perspective for me was that my Muslim friends say ISIS are to Islam ISIS are to Islam what the KKK is to Christianity.
I
get that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And I agree. And I mean, like when I said it, a buddy of mine actually was going back and forth about it. And he misunderstood the post, I think. And he was like, my grandmother's a Christian, and I wouldn't want her being compared to the KKK. And I'm like, well,
that's the point.
Yeah, exactly.
You just proved my point. Your grandmother is Christian. You don't want her compared to the KKK. Well, Muslims who are not performing suicide attacks don't want to be compared to ISIS.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, there's a hashtag going out right now on Twitter, which is blown up, called hashtag Not In My Name, and it's just filled with Muslims saying this isn't what our Islam is about. This isn't what I'm about. We may be Islamic, but we're not practicing this kind of stuff. We're fighting against it.
My sister's Muslim, and that's not my bag.
As are several of my friends locally, as well as my girlfriend, as well as people I work with. I mean, there's no difference. In fact, the only difference is they just pray a few extra times a day, and that's I notice very little difference.
Mm-hmm.
They're all terrific people, and I wouldn't choose to have them in my life if they weren't terrific people in general.
People are people. They're going to bring to their religion what they are inside.
Just today, while I was at a coffee shop getting ready for today's episode, I was listening to this one guy and going on his rhetoric about Trump's big statement of we're going to shut down and not let any Muslim in the country. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, why would that even be an option?
That goes against the very statue that stands at the gates to our nation.
Yeah, how exactly do you even pull something like that off and not suddenly...
Listen, guys. Donald Trump is literally running just to make Bernie Sanders win. That's what his job is.
I could see that being a thing.
His job is to be so extreme in whatever opposite direction that Bernie's going that Bernie looks like the best candidate for president. I'm not saying that he's not the best candidate already. All I'm saying is I think Donald Trump is a plant. Like he's there.
Honestly,
there's a lot of groups that say that he was actually there to be a plant for Hillary Clinton.
My personal thought is that Trump is bored and he doesn't care. And therefore he can do whatever he wants.
And he's very rich, and he's just like, I'll show these guys. I'll run for president. It'll be huge.
I don't know. Huge. You're turning into Bernie on that side.
You know what? Honestly, my hope is that he goes so far that he decides he's going to go ahead and announce his new running mate as Vladimir Putin.
Oh.
I think that would just fit.
Wait a minute. If he does that, he might win.
This is true.
Next thing you know, Putin's riding around on a bear, changing policies and shit.
With no shirt on, explosions going on behind him everywhere.
No shirt on, that is very accurate. I swear, like half the photos I've seen of him.
0 degrees outside. 0 degrees outside, no shirt.
No, I do want to add, Putin isn't flawless. Apparently he and his in the Kremlin, I guess his major head honchos were having some sort of quote unquote secret meeting. Whoa. So of course, when they have a secret meeting, they're going to go ahead and invite camera crews for some god awful reason.
Well, because when you have a secret meeting, You want to make sure everyone knows about it.
So
They want to record the orgy that happens afterwards.
right, you'd think they'd want to, but they didn't. What they recorded actually instead and broadcast on 5 news networks was plans for a secret development that they're working on a full-on nuclear torpedo with the intention to take out like an entire section of seawater and an ocean, so it's no longer available to even go through in a submarine or
so
boat.
Just irradiate the ocean.
Yeah, irradiate the ocean. That's the plan with it.
Wow, these guys are geniuses.
And it says it on the plan, and they broadcast it. And what happens once something reaches the internet? It's there forever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can go in and send freaking Spetsnaz
So
in.
in reality, it wasn't a secret meeting. It was a PR stunt that they labeled a secret meeting.
It was a fucked up disaster of a PR stunt.
guys, you never know. I mean, Spider-Man could have been in there recording it. They just didn't see him.
That wily Peter / Miles / Gwen / whichever spider fucking person it was.
Whoever we're on now. Apparently
No, in my heart, it's always going to be Tobey Maguire.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm gonna have to kick you off my show now.
I hope.
Why? What's wrong with Tobey?
Toby had two expressions. One, overly sad and constipated, or two, overly angry and shitting himself. He only had
I'm not going to argue with that. I'm just going to say, what other person do you know that's like pushing 50 that still looks exactly like a teenage Peter Parker?
He's pushing 50 now?
I know exactly who. Malcolm's the fucking middle. That dude's never
Frankie
gonna age.
How old is he?
Yeah, but the difference is that Tobey Maguire looks like, like a 17, 18-year-old kid, maybe a young college kid.
Right.
And Malcolm in the Middle looks like a grotesquely grown little kid. Like he's like if a little kid turned into like a scarecrow monster.
You want to see scary growth.
You should see me naked.
Well, there's that too. I was gonna say that kid from Home Alone. What's his name?
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, no, puberty was not kind to him. It kind of beat him in the face.
Oh my.
His little brother, Kieran Culkin, is actually doing pretty well and is in a bunch of movies and stuff.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Macaulay Culkin, but not crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a plus. That is a plus.
Yeah, it looks like there's far less heroin in his morning diet.
Mm.
But I think Tobey Maguire, back on him for a second, I think what he did is when puberty was about to hit him, he just said no, and he never aged. And I think Keanu Reeves is the same way. I think he just kind of stopped at one point. When midlife crisis was about to hit him, he said, "No, stay there, bitch."
He tied a really tight rope around his waist, like the feet of young Japanese women back in the day, so that it wouldn't grow anymore.
Exactly. Both Tobey Maguire and Keanu Reeves are in fact geisha girls.
Keanu Reeves, huh?
I see that with Keanu. He's always acting Asian.
Well, Keanu, he is immortal.
He is.
He is immortal.
There's evidence of this.
There is a lot of evidence of that. Paintings from 200 years ago.
Oh yeah, Nick Cage and John Travolta too.
Yep. There's a whole group of conspiracy.
John Travolta, because of the whole Scientology thing, he's the only one doing it right.
Nick Cage,
he's still losing his hair.
Yeah, there's a picture of Nick Cage. He's like a Confederate soldier.
Yeah, there's a second one of Nick Cage also, and he's a lord of some place outside of Germany,
AKA vampire.
Yep.
What lord? Okay. What lord outside Germany
I can see
is not
Nick
a
Cage
vampire?
as a vampire, but Keanu Reeves is. I think he's more along the good guy side.
I think he's just the immortal who just wants to read a book.
But
Keanu Reeves, though,
he's taken the route of I want to study.
Keanu Reeves is also one of the coolest guys around.
Oh,
he's like the Highlander.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like the Highlander with morals.
Well, and
the Highlander didn't want to fight in the beginning. The Highlander did not want to fight in the beginning. He was just trying to live his life.
He was
But the quickening happened, and then he saw like the first guy he fights, he walks up and he's like, "What's up, Pierre?" And Pierre's like, "I gotta kill you," and he's like, "No, wait." Sword fight, chopped his head off.
See, right there, I want that to happen in my life. I want a man named Pierre to threaten me in a public environment so I can say, "No, Pierre, let's not fight." Just so that way the man who is threatening me is named Pierre, and I will never be intimidated by this man. I will be so calm and so rash. Because, listen, I cannot take you seriously. Your name sounds like a woman queef. It sounds like what her vagina, the sound her vagina makes when she queefs. It sounds Pierre.
So I get you. That is a very beautiful, soft name. But like, there are people named Pierre who are professional NFL players.
Yeah, actually, I think one of the top fencers in the world is actually named Pierre as well. And
well, that makes sense.
I wouldn't want to fuck with a man that could outfence anyone else.
Wait a minute. Breaking news, guys. Somebody named Pierre is a fencer.
Oh shit! He
I'm
also
sure there's a
probably
couple of
drinks
them.
wine and enjoys cheese.
Loves cheese. Stinkier the better.
Everything he eats has been slathered and fried in butter.
He likes to sit outside of coffee shops in Paris and smoke his cigarette while
Skinny cigarettes.
skinny cigarettes.
And silently judge the foreigners walking by.
Silently judge everyone walking by, but the
Everyone.
foreigners more harshly.
Yeah, it's a scale. It's a grading scale. Nothing below a 10 though.
You know,
Pierre.
another fun one about celebrities is I just found out that Rob Lowe, he's like all over the place all his life, but now he's more famous now because he's the first celebrity to have a publicly known McDonald's Gold Card.
What does that mean?
He can just walk in and eat anything from McDonald's. He could literally buy out an entire day's worth of food from McDonald's at no charge. He has unlimited supply to McDonald's.
I love those kinds of cards.
And
What
it's
did he-
actually
what did he-
it's
what did
actually
he do
made
to
of
get
gold.
it? What did he do to get it?
Yeah,
Blowjobs?
how do you get such a card?
I think actually you have to take I think it's you have to human centipede with Birdie, the Hamburglar, Ronald himself.
Grimace.
Grimace
Don't
definitely
forget
got a Grimace. But Grimace is actually the one at the head. He doesn't have to take anyone's shit. He's the shit giver.
But you have to be at the very end.
Yeah, Rob Lowe was at the very end. I mean, we're
Okay.
talking like
No, it's different
and-
for everyone else. This is only what happened to Rob Lowe.
Right, and
Yeah.
and he didn't get sewed together. He had to willingly put his mouth on the back end of that thing.
for 4 sessions.
Guys, slow down! I can't keep up.
without releasing.
Oh God! Oh, who had the McRib?
Oh, that's not real meat.
What was
It
that? What was
shows.
that South Park clip? No, okay, I'm going for the cuttlefish.
Terrible.
I don't know. I
Rob
don't think
Lowe-
McDonald's is
Rob
the
Lowe.
place I'd want to go to have like unlimited access to food.
You know, if I want a card that goes for anything at Disneyland, if you are a vice president of anything in that company, you get the permanent fast pass that works for 4 people. You just flash that thing, you go to the front of the line with 4 people.
I don't know if that's really my thing. But I would suck a big fat dick to get into Club 32.
Club 33.
33.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
I've heard good and bad things.
I had breakfast there when I was a small child,
I've had to
and
sit
I've
there.
never been able to go back. Except for the one time I walked in and they didn't stop me because they were confused as to why I was just so casually walking to the elevator.
There are a couple of doors
problem
where
is-
if you walk in them and they're
That's all it takes, some confidence. Just
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
The problem is, though,
Yeah.
the elevator didn't work. You can only use the stairs. So I closed the elevator, and I'm, like, pulling the lever and hitting the switch, and I'm just kind of looking at the guy like, it's not working. You should fix this. And he's like, sir, do you have a membership here? Yes. Your elevator is not functional. Sir, could you step out of the elevator? Not until you fix it.
I've had dessert there. Well,
Yeah.
from there, but and that was good. But it's the one place in Disneyland you can get alcohol.
No, not true. You can
Yes,
get
true.
California Adventure.
That's not Disneyland.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's
counts.
part of the Disneyland Resort.
I'm pretty sure if you could find one of those break rooms where they get to take those helmets off, you can find some alcohol.
Are you kidding me? If you reach down Launchpad McQuack's shirt, you're probably gonna find booze.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh man. You know what? I'm actually really hoping that they have an actual booze serving cantina in Star Wars Land.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
But they're gonna need to have more than one song in that goddamn place.
Nope. They only need to
It's
have
the same-
one song on repeat.
man! If there isn't jizz music in that bar,
Hey, so do you guys listen to Comedy Bang Bang?
yeah, I
Uh-huh.
do.
So Comedy Bang Bang, there's a moment in almost every episode where Scott Aukerman and Paul F. Tompkins are on there together where they just sing the Star Wars song.
yes.
But like it's not like they don't just start it and like till you get what song it is and stop. They sing the whole thing. Like
They go through it.
yeah, they're going through bridges, they're in the second verse, like they just go for so long. There's a couple episodes where they do it like 3 different times. Like I don't know. I fucking love it when they do that shit. It's the greatest. It's so terrible though. It's like that Family Guy bit where Peter's holding his leg going for like 6 straight minutes.
Yeah. I think actually they did that because they were like, okay, our episode's really short.
We need
What
to
can
fill-
we do?
Well, that's what the Simpsons couch gag is for.
Yeah.
It's an adjustable time limit, so they go, okay, you know what? Our episode's really long this time, so let's just do the short intro, cut straight to the couch, and straight to the TV. Or they can say, you know what? We need some time here because we got a 15-minute episode, and they'll do like a full-on cartoon short.
Right.
It's just like 3 minutes long.
Well, yes, I do get that, and that works perfectly for The Simpsons. I don't think that's what they're doing, though. They do that. They don't just do that on The Simpsons. They do that on Futurama too. Like the same people make it. They do it on Futurama too. But I don't think that's what's happening on Comedy Bang Bang. I think
no. That's just
they're just idiots.
Comedy Bang Bang. Those guys are fucking geniuses. They knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's a bit. I mean, all of them are bits, but that one is purely a bit. It's not a functional bit. It's just a bit.
No, it is the best bit. Anyways, so like Bob and David, you guys heard about that? Bob and David?
Just in case I haven't, I haven't.
So Bob Odenkirk and David Cross, like the original inventors of Mr. Show, and Scott Ackerman and Paula Tompkins, guys with that too. So they made like
it's a new show on Netflix, right?
Right, but they only made like 4 episodes.
I watched the first one. I liked it.
Right.
What,
so
did they make 4 episodes or did they release 4 episodes?
They made 4 new episodes.
So Bob
it opens with them walking out of a time machine from the past when Mr. Show ends.
Right.
The point being that they never actually stopped making the show; they just traveled forward in time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what?
But I didn't.
What trying to do is get us to sign up for their Patreon.
So,
if it means seeing more of their sketches, I'd be down.
Yeah, but actually, Bob Odenkirk and David Cross were just on Comedy Bang Bang today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they only did the 4 episodes, but I don't know, man. Bob Odenkirk, he's so hard to peg. Like whenever he's on Comedy Bang, I can't tell if he's in on the joke and pretending like he's in on, or he's not, or if he just doesn't get what Scott is doing. Because every single time he's on the show, there's always this moment where Scott will kind of do something a little off the wall, and then Bob will just ruin the bit. Like, just ruin it. What
honest to God, I really hope it's the latter. I really hope he has no clue what the hell's going on around him. I think that just makes for good entertainment.
And then, like, whenever they talk about stuff, like, I've heard him on other podcasts, Bob Odenkirk, and when he's talking, like, he sounds exactly the same way as he sounds when he's talking to Scott about shit that Scott's fucking with him about, but he doesn't understand that Scott's fucking with him about. So it just leads me to believe, like, he is seriously the straight man of that group. Like, he's a funny guy, but he's the straight man of that group. Like, he just doesn't quite grasp what's going on, and instead of just... that can't be it. He's got to know what they're talking about, and he's just playing. He's just a good actor.
I honestly think that's the truth of it, that he's just a good actor. I mean the man is brilliant.
Yes, definitely. No arguments there. But yeah, like, I think people should check that shit out. Bob and David. This is some of the funniest people in the fucking world. Paula Tompkins, Scott Ackerman, fucking Bob Odenkirk, David Cross. It's literally 4 of my favorites.
Speaking of Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul is coming back in February.
Yeah, it's coming back.
I'm very excited.
I heard it much.
Yes.
You hearing about all these rumors going around that what's his name? Cranston, yeah. That his character didn't actually die at the end of Breaking Bad?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Well, it started out with a Reddit, and then what's his name from Game Theorist? He does a film theories now as well.
Okay.
And he actually broke it down to where the injury was, the mathematics of like this and that, the height
and like
of
the likelihood that he's actually dead.
And
well, either way, he ends up in prison.
Yeah.
I mean, then show over.
That's actually what the whole thing is.
It's not over. You guys didn't notice he tattooed his whole body with plans and schematics to get out of prison. That's the new show.
You know what? Honestly, if they did that into a crossover series, I would honestly dump my entire year's salary into that just to watch it.
Just to watch it.
Yes, your Patreon account is up. I'm gonna give you guys $5,000 a month. You don't have to do the. Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. I want to make sure that happens. You're gonna barely pay for Bryan Cranston's salary with that. Yep.
I'll also send you and my sound guy as fluffers for him before each episode, if you don't mind, sir.
I would appreciate not being involved in that part of the process.
You're welcome.
I just sent my girlfriend a text letting her know that I was recording a podcast, and she just replied, "Don't blow anything up. I think we need to find some fireworks or explosives."
Oh, so in other words,
you need to explain to her what a podcast is.
Well, she knows whose podcast this is, so therefore she knows how to warn me.
I like how this time it's don't blow shit up instead of the previous one of don't get any STDs.
Yeah. She's learned.
That one's probably still in effect.
I would hope so.
I think that the warnings continue. They don't just stop at each podcast.
Podcast safe, everybody.
Podcast saved.
I know I'm wearing protection right now.
Wear a condom, everyone.
Speaking of STDs, I guess Charlie Sheen finally.
Oh yeah,
he's got HIV.
So apparently he's not winning.
Yeah.
No, he's still drugs.
I don't know. He scored positive on the test. Is that winning?
Oh, that is winning in the worst kind of way.
Oh my!
I've never really seen him down. I've never seen him look defeated. Part of me wants to know if it's actually possible. I wonder if, like, when the doctor told him, he just kind of looked at him like, "Nah, do it again."
Nah, you know what happened? They told him, he was like, "It's cool. I know magic."
I think actually what happened is I think that he got it while filming that scary movie scene with what's her name? Lindsay Lohan. I think just by filming that with her.
Just through proximity.
Yeah.
He got it through osmosis. He just touched her. Like there's sweat.
But I used a body double. Yeah, she's that strong. She has every STD known to man and 12 known to shark kind.
Lindsay's genes fucking it reinforced the AIDS virus's defense mechanism so it can survive just in the air.
Yeah, actually, I think that she has some of those thermal plates from the shuttle's landing in each. That's her panty liner to prevent the disease from getting out.
Okay, that makes sense.
When she takes it off, it's really red and hot, like the surface of the ship when it comes in through reentry.
Yeah, she has like a specialized oxygen chamber to do so in.
Generally, if you see something that looks very red and inflamed, you don't want to go near that.
Jesus Christ, what happened to your clit? No, my clit burnt off. That's just the new tumor.
You said red and inflamed, so much stuff popped into my head. First, it was the panty liners that are made out of the iron. Then it was like a chastity belt, but it was like she wouldn't be wearing that. Then it was just her pubic hair, because she's redheaded, right?
Yeah, actually, no. I'm willing to bet that
crotch.
I'm willing to bet she's so ridden with STDs that her pubic hair is infected.
It has mange.
She has mange. There it is. You heard it here, everybody.
Her vagina looks like a chupacabra.
Well, she does feed it goats every 5 weeks.
It just sucks the blood out of them. It's terrible.
Squatting over goats is like you hear this bleeding in the background.
But just before you it's like the sound of crunching, and then all the it's like an owl pellet just plops out.
How has South Park not already done this?
Because they're not listening to Chimi.
Although this season of South Park has been amazing.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
It's the first season ever where each episode continues the plot of the last one.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
They've never done that before.
They have never done that before. They've done 2-parters. They've done 1 3-parter. But they have never done an entire season where the plot continues through.
Christ, I'm surprised the movie even continued. Like halfway through the movie, it wasn't just a new story.
What about Kenny? What about Kenny?
Kenny hasn't died in, I don't know, seasons.
So I'm guessing the season finale will be him dying.
They revealed the process of that, though, of why he dies every episode, like a couple seasons ago.
Oh, really?
It turns out it's very Lovecraftian. Like, his parents were Cthulhu worshippers.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
So now he dies, but no one remembers him dying when he wakes up in his bed.
Yeah. I remember that. He wakes up and he's like, "Guys, I died." And they're like, "Shut up, Kenny."
What's funny is those guys have been masters at finding a way to parody and do some really weird satire on everything going on in the world.
It's very real time. And the reason is because it's a weekly show. And they produce it within that week.
Oh, is it really?
So there's a great documentary. I think it's still on Netflix. It's called 6 Days to Air.
Okay.
And it's all about the fact that they produce each episode. They write it from start to finish 6 days.
Well, they have a good team with them too.
Right, and the good thing, the really good thing is that the animation is so shitty and clunky. Like that takes no time. The actual animation.
Right.
The real trouble is getting the shit actually written and then getting that script, pressed out the way they want it. But like the actual animation is quick.
And yet, I've heard they're during seasons they're having 6-hour nights of sleep every single night for the entire season. because of how difficult it is still to produce a show.
For me, I get 6 hours.
6 hours. I'm going to say, like, I normally sleep about 4 hours a day.
But that's
Right?
like 6 hours, and then you immediately get up and go to work. Like you're
Yeah.
sleeping at work.
I feel that. I completely
I normally go into work at 5 a.m., so I have to wake up at 4.
Right.
I normally do not get to sleep before midnight.
So apparently they don't want to do the show anymore, but they keep getting renewed. And they're on some sort of contract where it's like, if you're renewed, you're doing the show.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
Oh no. Like that's real. They have like shitty locked in contracts that are like a million years long that they can't get out of. Like, what show? Some other show. They just had some big like.
Now they've got all this. Now they've got all this other income that they don't have to worry about South Park to make their money.
They're just doing it to do it.
They're just doing it because they're stuck in a contract.
Yeah.
I really wish that they would make another Team America.
Mm.
You guys want to hear the story of me and Team America?
I want to hear the story of you and Team America.
Yes, please.
So I don't know how good it is, but so once upon a time, this movie came out called Team America, and when I saw it, it was like those puppets from that cartoon, that show from when I was a kid.
Thunder something.
Yeah, Thunderbirds. And so I was like, that's right, Thundercunts. So I was like, oh man, I don't want to watch this crap, so I didn't watch it. And then I kind of joined the army for the second time, and I was
For the second
time. Can we just take a moment? Second time, huh?
I'm sorry, actually, this is the third time I joined the army.
Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, we got it.
I'm not joking about any of this. I joined the army when I was in high school, went to the National Guard. They told me I was going in to do communications. Got in, and I was in the infantry scout unit. So because
aggressive communications, huh?
Right, very aggressive. So luckily for me, the recruiter lied to my face, and because I was underage, he lied to my mom's face, and my mom was like, nope. So we gonna get you out of here. So my mom went and acted a fool, and the dude let me out. They didn't let me out. They let me go active duty because it was just National Guard. So they let me go out and active duty. So I went active duty. I did 4 years, but I got unlucky enough to get slapped right into postal school. So I'm in the army overseas, but all I do is work at the post office.
That's not terrible.
No, it's terrible. Think about this. People who work at the post office go crazy and murder everyone, right? Now imagine,
famous story.
Right, now imagine that you work in the post office. You got to deal with all the post office bullshit that those people that murder you got to deal with. But you're also a fucking private in the army. And you got to get up on Sunday mornings and clean floors and shit. And you got to do all this other army BS in addition to working at the post office. Plus, you're trained to kill. It's not a good idea. Anyway, so I worked postal for like 4 years, and I was like, fuck this, I'm done. So I got out.
You got tired of your hobby of making a brand new, fresh noose every night.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. But I was just like cleaning weapons and loading clips. Anyway, so, all right.
Details.
I'm done, right? So I get out, and then I actually just stayed in Korea for like 4 years and just kind of hung out and taught English and bartended and kind of
I find it very interesting that the U.S. has only left, like, one country that we've been in war with? Like, we left Vietnam, but we now have bases in every other country we've ever been at war with.
Now we're not in the Philippines anymore.
Not in the Philippines? Ah, that's true.
But there's like plans right now to add like another Navy base and like 2 more bases.
So, we're not there yet, but we'll be back.
But yeah,
good news. We're closing down a few bases and closing down a couple prisons, but we're opening a bunch of new ones.
Yeah.
Well, actually, like, here's what happened with the Philippines, though. Like, the Philippine government was like, get out of our country. You're oppressing us. And America was like, fine, bitch, we're gone. And so we left. And then the Philippines was like, hey, guys, our economy just lost millions of dollars. What happened to all that money? They were like, that shit came from the base. Get them back. And it's literally it's been a long process, like trying to get them back. And it's not because they want us back there. It's because of the economical. I mean, Korea did the same thing. Korea was shutting down bases like real fast, just shutting them down. And then like the new president got in. The new president happened to be a little bit more of a finance guru, I guess, because he was like, what? No, stop shutting down bases.
Fail. Listen to me.
Tell the soldiers they can come drink off post anytime they want.
We'll give them hookers.
There is no prostitution in Korea.
We'll give them sluts.
So you were saying something about the third time you joined.
So wait. I'm sorry. We've gone off into too many tangents now. I've got to bring back this Inception. This tangent Inception, I've got to bring it back. All right, so first of all, when Korea said there was no prostitution in Korea, and then America pressured them, like, we'll make it illegal. So they finally put it in their law books to make it illegal. 14,000 prostitutes marched on City Hall. They all had masks. They all had masks.
Well, you know.
Well, shit you not, though. 14,000 prostitutes marched on City Hall for them making prostitution illegal.
Huh.
It was crazy.
I wish that would happen here.
I agree with the statement that prostitution should be legal, though.
I agree, actually, too. I think
legal or illegal?
Legal. It should be regulated.
Yeah, well, having been in a few countries where it is legal, here's how it works. You go to the club, and you don't get any, and you don't meet any girls that you want, but you got a couple bucks in your pocket, you still get to go home happy, right?
Right.
There's a lot less of that madness going on over there where it's really...
And those douchebags that take it the wrong way when they don't get it aren't really as
They're not as
likely
worried about it because they can just go down red light district.
I will say that just my personal opinion is that as long as it's not slavery,
right?
Yeah, I think
that's the current problem that we have in the U.S. is that it's illegal, and therefore most cases it's
turn out no matter how it is, slavery. That's what it turns into. Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like I was talking to someone not too terribly long ago about how I wouldn't really feel inclined to utilize prostitution myself because I have this weird thing where I have more of a connection than I'm turned on. But if for some reason I'm like when I was in Amsterdam, I'm looking like, hey, you know what? That guy right there is walking with what I think is a prostitute. Good on him. He just saved a tissue. We're thinking about global climate change here now.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of.
If you legalize prostitution, we save the South Pole.
That brings up. You know what? That brings up an interesting question. So, you're going to be breathing out more CO2 during the act of coitus?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Let's not pretend.
If we're going down this route, sheet, maybe 2. You know what? If we're being generous, 3 sheets of TP, right?
Okay.
All right? Okay. Just to make sure everything's cleaned up. Plus, you got to flush that toilet, or are you going to toss it in the trash?
Oh, you know what? It's just my jizz. I'll trash it.
Okay, you'll trash it.
Because I'm going to waste water washing my hand afterwards anyways.
So, we got to compare the 3 sheets of TP
to
how much extra CO2 you are breathing out.
Yeah, but I think all of this is moot because even after you finish, you're still going to need some tissue to clean up afterwards.
Or, depending on you, a body bag and a shovel and some lime. Sorry, I played a lot of GTA. Some things are just muscle memory to me now, okay?
I don't see how that would be muscle memory, maybe mental memory, but
look, okay, I'm gonna finish with the prostitute, and my thumbs are gonna start wiggling, and she's gonna, "What are you doing?" "I'm killing you, bitch."
and that's how Chimi ended up in the mental institute.
You're just wiggling my tits.
You're welcome. You know who's mental is? There's actually a funny story that I found out of.
Funny mental institute. Sorry.
No, well, it might as well be. In Missouri, they're doing a lot of protest over the Black Lives Matter campaigns, and especially on campuses.
Oh.
And these 2 jackasses on Yik Yak, a little app that you could.
It's like a localized anonymous.
Yeah, you could be quote unquote anonymous on it, and no one who's reading it is actually And these 2 dipshits decided they're gonna talk about how let's see, I have the quotes here actually. One said something really stupid. Some of you are all right. Don't go to campus tomorrow. And then the other one took it way further. I'm going to stand my ground tomorrow and shoot every black person I see.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's full on a threat. But they thought that they were hiding behind the anonymous.
Which is nonsense because Yik Yak has all sorts of policies.
They track your IP.
It's ridiculous no matter what you're doing. If you're logged into a PC, somebody can find you.
Yeah. There are very few things you can do about that.
Well, Yik Yak responded immediately saying, "Listen, we recorded your IP address and your name on your account, sent it to your local authorities. They are on their way to you now." And 2 19-year-old kids were
shit their pants.
Oh yeah, immediately. They got arrested with their pants
full of shit.
And one kid...
You make threats like that, you deserve it.
One of the 2 actually was released afterwards. He was the one who just simply made the more vague statement.
He was the one who was not Muslim.
Exactly. No, actually, both of these were like dumb white kids.
Yeah,
Surprise, right?
racial
he immediately
profiling
goes
is
home.
funny.
His first thing he does when he goes home after he gets out of jail is he goes to his public Twitter account, makes it into a private account, and then changes his profile picture to a picture of him in high school surrounded by a bunch of black dudes. That is the profile picture equivalent of, no, I'm not racist, I have black friends.
That is, although admittedly, if you're going PR, that in terms of routes he could have taken, all of them are awful. That's the best one he could have chosen.
He could have had one of him kissing a black chick.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? He just topped it right there. Or, you know what? He could go even further. He'd be kissing a black guy, saying not only is he cool with black people, he's gay. And there's no reason for him to have any hate in his life.
A black person who was in the transition to become a woman from a man.
Yes.
Ooh, wait, other way.
It's a little person.
Becoming a man from a woman. Becoming a man from a woman is a little person.
And is a little person.
And yes. And she's Muslim.
Man, you were hitting like 5 or 6 minorities there.
We gotta hit this guy up. We gotta get him to hire us.
Listen,
wait a minute. Do we really want to defend this guy?
Yeah, because then we have all the dirt and we can bury him even further.
No, I don't want to defend this guy. I just want to meet this little person, black
black Muslim.
I just want to shake your hand. I thought you were a figment of my imagination, but goddamn, you're real.
Pretty sure we made you out of a riff, but now it seems like you're a real person.
Yeah.
It's great. It is great to meet you, Jabron.
Somewhere, this weird concoction of people is sitting out there and their ears are burning. Like, why do I feel important all of a sudden?
There's 7
Her
billion.
name is Jabronxania Jenkins.
There's 7 billion people on this planet. I feel like there's bound to be one person that fits that.
That fits that description?
Yeah. Just one, at least, right? Out of 7 billion?
Yeah, most likely.
There's 7 billion people. There's like 1 billion Muslims. It's like 1.3 or 1.4, something like that.
But how many of them are named Muhammad?
Well, that's gotten more specific then.
Actually, the answer would be most.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a goddamn.
That's the most common name on Earth.
Right.
It literally is the most common name on Earth.
Actually,
it sounds like I'm being racist, but in actuality, I'm being factual.
Being a man who's like very much Scandinavian, looking, blonde hair, blue eyes, I actually told my girlfriend, I was like, "What if we named our kid Muhammad one day?" And she looked at me like, "Why?" Well, he or she would just fit in. You'd name your daughter Muhammad. Well, come on, it's 2015. By the time we reproduce, it might be even more advanced. Come on, let's be ahead of the curve now.
Right. I mean, I'm all with the naming him Muhammad, but like, what? Wouldn't you name the boy Muhammad?
Well, I mean, what if she also became the first female Catholic priest named Muhammad?
Female Catholic priest.
What is happening? Next, she's gonna play in the NBA. Not the WNBA, the straight up NBA.
The championship with the ring.
Right. And then become a male UFC fighter.
You know what? Actually, let's transition away from this weirdness because I honestly, God, really I think I could just keep going with this the rest of the episode, but I'm gonna skip it.
I probably could continue this indefinitely. Also,
Ronda Rousey had a fight Saturday.
Oh man!
And first off, she called how she would lose that fight.
I'm not really involved in the fighting ring, in the fighting scene.
You don't fight UFC? You don't do
I don't fight UFC. I don't listen to it. Occasionally I hear about it.
We'll get you in a ring for an episode of Adventure Club.
You know what? Down.
Against Ronda Rousey.
Yes, against Ronda Rousey.
Oh, God. No, please no.
But,
although, if you can actually get her, I'm telling you now, of course, with this beer in me, I'm in.
Which, by the way, he didn't drink it. He actually just kind of popped an IV.
Popped an IVs right in.
Yeah.
Directly to the bloodstream.
Directly. I tried to get him to go anal, but he never seems to want to do that.
Some of the college kids are doing I've never thought the college kids are doing smart things.
Yeah, they're like taking like just a little syringe and then insert it into the rectum, and it's like, I'm getting so drunk so fast.
Well, supposedly that is a really good way to get drunk.
Fastest way, and it bypasses the liver.
They're also doing that because zero calories involved, and they don't want to gain weight.
Yeah, but the whole thing is it bypasses your liver. That shit sounds like the quickest way to die.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You do not want to... I've heard, like, one shot of vodka, you're plastered.
This just in, 19-year-old fucktard has heart attack.
And what fun is that, not being able to show off your prowess and your ability to drink 1,000 beers?
You know what? I was at a birthday party
1,000?
across the street from here on Saturday night.
I hang out with Andre the
Drank
Giant.
so much fucking beer. And everyone's looking at me like, so, feeling a little drunk yet? I was like, fuck, yes I am, but I could keep on going. And we just, through the entire night, like 3 a.m. And my girlfriend drives me back to her place and has me crash here. And
The water pillow?
with the water pillow, yeah.
Yes.
And we
Call
walk
back.
in, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, see, I know I've had a lot to drink tonight, but I'm not too drunk. The moment I say that, her brother's sitting on the couch in her house playing Nintendo Wii, and I decide I'm gonna kick my shoe off, and I fucking face first right there, and he's like, did he drink? And I look up at him from the floor. I don't even bother getting up. I just look from him. I was like, do you really have to ask that question? Are you fucking stupid? And I don't know why. For the first time ever, I became an angry drunk. So I sit on the couch with him, and instead of going upstairs with my girlfriend, who was telling me, come on, come to bed, you're drunk, let's get you some water, go to bed. I'm looking at him, and I'm judging him while he's playing Nintendo.
Judging his form.
I'm like, you gotta swing with your hand pointing where you're swinging, or the Link's sword isn't gonna swing right. You're gonna hit them with the flat of the blade. And I was seriously digging into him about it.
When you first said judging, I thought you were like, man, you need a different haircut. And what kind of shoes are those?
He wasn't so drunk that it was irrelevant judgment. It was still relevant.
It's always relevant when I'm drunk. I get more relevant the more drunk I get. It's weird. But no, back to Rhonda. She lost her fight to what's the fighter's name?
Holly Holm.
Holly Holmes. I was gonna call her Holly Hayes. She lost the fight, and actually, what was cool about that is right when Rusi was down for the count.
She kept going.
No, when Rusi got knocked out, Holly dropped to her knees, was there to make sure she's okay.
Oh,
that was pretty chill.
Wait. Do you mean after they stopped the fight?
After they stopped the fight, yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to say, right after she kicked her in the face, she dropped to her knees
she did
and hammer punched Rusi 3 times.
That's what I saw.
No, I'm talking once they stopped the fight and they announced it.
Well, even Rhonda said it in that interview where she predicted what was going to happen. She says that she likes her and she's not a bad person.
Yeah.
And so I think that this is usually she does not like who she's fighting. I think this is one of the few times where she actually respected and cared for the other person, and I think that's part of what got her ass beat.
Well,
because she wasn't so.
She's also like a modern day Mike Tyson, in my opinion. She is the person who goes in and finishes it.
Well, she's the fighter of the era. She knows her name is plastered across pop culture.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah. EA kind of might be changing their mind if they fucked her over.
No. EA is all about destroying careers of
professional sports. Well, that's my honest opinion. I think that's why she lost. Directly before the fight, she was announced as EA's UFC's cover girl for their new game.
Really?
And EA has been destroying. They were on a dry spell because everyone thought it was just NFL. But it just turns out they just hopped to a different franchise.
Well, no, NBA Live has ruined some careers.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yep.
NBA Live, Gilbert Arenas was on there, and that was his last good season.
That's right.
Who else? It was somebody. It was another point guard that was on there that kind of was never good again after that. But yeah, no, you know what's crazy?
Kobe Bryant on there, and then he peed on some chick or something like that.
I'm pretty sure he stuck it in her butt.
Oh. Yeah.
But do they also the Madden sports games?
Yep.
Madden, NCAA.
That is really screwing with a lot of the college students.
Oh yeah, Adrian Peterson was on the cover, and then he got caught giving his son a whooping, and then they wouldn't let him play football for a year.
Well, the whole Madden games thing, whenever it's a college football thing, none of those guys get any payment from the games.
Well, they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to.
Oh, you're talking about the NCAA games? The NCAA games?
That's BS. That's BS.
Well, that's why I don't know if you've noticed, but the last few years there have been no NCAA games. And it is because the students are like, where's our fucking money? Yep. And so they can't do it. And so the new NBA 2K15 was able to get 10 schools to be on the game, and those schools were on the game for free. That's how they got them on the game. So it's only really big universities that are making billions of dollars off their sports and can afford to just put their name out there. Basically, they're just getting publicity.
Yeah.
So there's like 10 or 15, like it's like Kansas, North Carolina, Arizona,
Okay.
Ohio State, Georgetown. It's like it's only like 10 teams though that are in the game for college. Because like when you play the multiplayer mode in that game, you start off in high school where you are literally a man amongst boys, and then you go to college where you're a man amongst college boys, and then you get to the pros and you're just a dude in the NBA and everybody's better than you. It's really good how they do it, because when you're in high school, like you can literally do whatever you want. Like you are just like every player is like 5'9", and you're like 6'5", and like you could just do whatever you want, like just shoot threes, like whatever you do, it just works in high school. And you get to college and it's still kind of like that, but like not so much. And you get to the pros and you're like the slowest guy on the court, like, oh shit, guys, I'm not ready.
Right.
That's how that game works for me, at least. I don't know. They did a good job on showing that transition from being the best player in your area to one of the best players in the country to just some dude in the NBA.
Someone's bitch.
You know, I'm not much of a sports
bitch.
guy to begin with, but the history of football itself absolutely fascinates me.
Like the history of the actual ball, like the
No, the game itself, like the rules
the
and how they
history of
developed.
something interests Professor Elliot. Gee, I don't think I would have seen that one coming.
What a shock! What a shock!
So what about it is so appealing?
Well, I mean,
like the fact that the Super Bowl was named after a tiny ball. That
well, for one
guy's
thing,
daughter
Teddy
had.
Roosevelt was a
I've never thought about that till now.
It was named after that. It was named after the Super Bowl. Like the guy who I can't think of his name, but he was like the NFL something, and his daughter was playing with the Super Bowl, and she kept yelling "Super Bowl, Super Bowl," and he was like, "I'm gonna name it the Super Bowl." I saw that on NFL films. I'm not making it up.
Wow.
Huh. Yeah. Well, one of the early supporters of the game was Teddy Roosevelt, because
No
he believed
surprise
that
there.
like men were becoming more like
Girls.
yeah.
I believe men were becoming what they are now.
And so he wanted
Girls.
he wanted something for these guys in between wartime
Girls.
to become men, and that was what football was.
Why didn't he just take them to shoot elephants and pandas like him and his kids did?
Because
Yeah.
that's expensive, man. Traveling to Africa, not every American can do that.
But pandas are in Asia, so they could just go to Asia, not Africa.
It's really cheap to get to Asia.
Is it really cheap back then?
Yeah, back then.
Back then, it was
Yeah.
really cheap to get to Asia.
It's actually kind of cheap right now to get to Asia. I mean,
Yeah,
in
get to.
comparison.
It's expensive to come from because you just killed a fucking panda and you have the entire country looking for you, but it's cheap to get there.
I see.
Did you guys know that people thought panda bears were a myth until like the 1920s?
Yeah, someone told me that recently.
Similar to platypus.
Well, that's different. The platypus is a myth, but panda bears.
Wait.
Listen.
What part of the woman's body is the platypus?
The clitoris?
No, I know where that is. That's the thing that magically shoots
Oh, the
that
G
glitter.
spot. The G spot.
No, that's real too. That's the thing that complains at you when you can't find it.
It's actually kind of like 1 inch behind the opening on the roof. You can kind of feel it. There's like a niche that you can. Sorry. Anyways, platypus.
Platypus.
Football, you know.
A buddy of mine's made a song that's about the platypus, and it's about a duck and a cat that get together and are. Is it a duck? A beaver and a duck that get together and make the platypus. It's a great song.
Actually, I went to Oregon State, and everyone who goes to my college hates the Ducks, Oregon. So there was a group out there that wore these T-shirts, these really cheaply, crappy-made T-shirts that was a platypus, that tried to like instigate peace between the schools during this upcoming rally.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it was great. I actually, I really wanted to get one, but I couldn't find one. It was one of like the ugliest
Dude,
picture.
if you can find one of those shirts, I will pay you for it so I could send it to my buddy who made that platypus song.
There you go.
You know, I was gonna say the first spiral throw happened in the team that is like modern day trolls.
Modern day trolls.
Modern day trolls. So what they did, they developed a lot of techniques. This is in the early days where there weren't as many rules as there are now.
Is this with like that movie with George Clooney in it?
Oh, this is way better.
Okay.
So for one thing,
Just leather helmets.
the coach. Well, it was in those days. The coach, he decided to make suits for all of the members of the team
Okay.
that had football patterns on the front of the shirt. so that way, as they're running, they'd hold their hands up to the shirt so it looks like they're carrying a football.
Genius.
So that the other team couldn't tell who had the football. So that got outlawed. That became a rule. You can't have a uniform that looks like you have.
What?
I'm going to start
That's
a new
not
team.
fair play.
The Anaheim Footballs.
Anaheim footballs. And then another thing he came up with was what? Well, there's no rules saying we can't hide the football underneath our shirts, and so they would hide the football underneath their shirts and go running with it.
Oh yeah, and everyone would pretend to have it under their shirt.
He was the one to develop the spiral throw.
Yeah.
At the time, no one had thought of it. It was just like you run up to someone and you hand it to them.
So he was doing all these tricks, and one of his tricks was so good that they were like, "Shit, guys, we got to put this in the game."
Exactly.
We can't
The rest
figure
of
out
his
how to
tricks-
outlaw this.
Yeah.
How do we outlaw this?
The rest of the tricks were like, that's a little bit too far. But this one's like, wow.
The rest of the
Man.
tricks, every player is holding a shoe like a football. You don't know which one has the real football. And then he's like, and I also invented this spiral throw, but that's stupid. And I'm like, let me see that spiral.
Did he bring down a pregnant woman on the field and like hide behind her while she ran so that way they would be afraid to tackle?
It was the first time that someone had tossed a football like across the entire field. Because no one anticipated the football.
Has
to
anyone
go
actually
flying.
ever thrown a football across the entire 100-yard?
Michael Vick did it in a fake commercial.
Oh, yes, that must be real.
Well, there you go.
By my explanation of it, you know it's real.
Absolutely.
Guys, I've got to grab another beer.
Yeah,
I
think that's important right now.
Yeah, give me 7
Give me
seconds.
the end of my
As-
first, but this
as
is a
am I.
big beer.
Yeah, we got full sizes.
This is 1 pint.
I have a game.
Game.
Well, not really a game, but a lot of listeners have been talking for a while now, and they've been mad at me because I haven't followed through on my promise to do something.
Uh-oh.
To do what?
A few months back, Bryant and I recast the Power Rangers.
Right.
We did the Chimi Casts, and now Chimi is going to cast tonight a classic from my childhood. I dressed as this character a couple times.
Last
He-Man
week?
and the Masters. Oh, yeah. Gem.
Gem. We're going to recast Gem.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Right.
So,
I am-
listeners and friends
Wow.
here on the podcast, I want you guys to help me figure out the cast for all the characters that we can figure out, and get your Google fingers ready because we've got some names that might need a little Googling.
A little Googling.
A little Googling.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Depending on who you are and how involved you are.
Well, it's also a cartoon from 1987, so we might have a
Right.
few millennials listening to this, which if you're listening to this, good on you. You're expanding your horizon to us weird fucks.
Oh, no, they're weird as shit. They're just a different kind of weird.
Yeah.
All right, so go down the rules. How do we go through
there
this?
ain't no rules.
There ain't no rules. This is Thunderdome.
Hey, you know what?
Thunderdome
For
rules.
Skeletor, I'm saying Rick Moranis.
Rick
we just-
Moranis.
I thought we were gonna go down our lists. Are we just gonna throw them out? So for Skeletor, I have Chris Pratt.
Chris
Just-
Pratt.
Yeah, he's
I don't
wearing.
know, man. Chris Pratt.
Rick-
Hold on.
I think he needs
Wait.
that tiger creature that
Hear
He-Man
me-
rides.
Hear me out. So for Skeletor, I have Chris Pratt. He's got on like a skull face, and he's
Okay.
making a funny voice. I'm Skeletor. For He-Man, I have Chris Pratt.
For He-Man.
Wait. So both characters.
Yeah, He-Man, Skeletor, Chris Pratt.
See,
Okay.
for Skeletor though, I have someone completely different, and I'm very fond of my pick for Skeletor. Is I got Cat Williams.
I'll kill you, He-Man. Pimp down.
He doesn't even need to act. They just need to put a skull mask on him.
Let me tell you this much, He-Man. You ain't getting me.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's my
Okay, I
pick.
can see that.
All right, so we got 2 so far for Skeletor. For Cat Williams, what do you think?
I still say Chris Pratt, Skeletor.
All right.
I'm telling you guys, you got to see it. You got Chris Pratt playing against Chris Pratt. We use a lot of green screen CGI. We get a guy who's got the same body as him, get him as a body double. They're going back and forth. And then
Wait. Could we go a little different here? Could we get like one guy as like Chris Pratt from recent films, and another one doing like Andy Dwyer, Chris Pratt from Park and Rec?
oh, that would be awesome. But,
Yes,
but
Andy
that wouldn't
Dwyer
work.
to be Skeletor.
But that wouldn't work for this because Skeletor is not fat.
Look, Skeletor's also not a 90-pound young lady that thinks she's a pimp.
Honestly, if you watch the cartoon, it's like he has invisible skin. Because, like, he's got some he's got some meat on him if you look at
Okay,
like
guys.
his actual suit.
Just rotten
So I'm
purple meat
thinking-
underneath.
I'm thinking it's
For the
invincible
sake-
flesh.
For the sake of getting what I want, I am willing to go with Guardians of the Galaxy Chris Pratt for He-Man. No, Jurassic World Chris Pratt for He-Man. Because he's got to be able to tame animals, right? Because he's got Battle Cat.
Okay.
Right.
And then Big Fat Parks Chris Pratt for Skeletor. And I mean like first season Big Fat Pratt.
Well, let me throw out who I wanted actually for He-Man then, because we have both He-Man and Prince Adam. So my thought is that you have to impose the actor who plays Prince Adam's head onto the body of the actor who plays He-Man, and I want to get the guy who plays the Mountain.
Or you could just use Chris Pratt.
Well, hear me out then.
Sorry.
I want to get the guy who does the Mountain from Game of Thrones.
Ivor Svargesfinn.
Yeah, that dude.
I made that name up. I just
I
tried
want-
to sound Scandinavian
I want
as possible.
DJ
Sounds accurate.
I want DJ Qualls to be Prince Adam. And then put his head on the Mountain's body for He-Man.
So the Mountain is doing the physical acting.
Yes. And then you get DJ Qualls.
DJ Qualls.
Wait a minute, guys.
I have the power.
Guys, I'm sorry. I've got to fact check you. There's been like 3 different actors who portrayed the Mountain so far.
Okay,
That's
So all 3 of them
died,
combined,
at
just
first.
with the same face, are all He-Man.
Try that one more time.
I said you get all 3 of them, combine them. You have each one of them individually walking around as He-Man, but their head is all the same head.
We have the deltoids of one, the biceps of another, the glutes of another.
yes.
Like an Old Spice commercial.
Franken He-Man. There it is. That's what happens when he holds the sword up and he says the power of Grayskull. He just has like random muscles fly from all over the world. And
But they're all Terry Crews. They're just screaming, muscles! Use Old Spice!
Oh.
He-Man is strong!
that's what we should do. It should be DJ Qualls whenever he's Prince Adam, and then it's Terry Crews
When he's He-Man?
He-Man.
Oh, that's awesome. That is it.
Yes, this
Right
is
there.
it.
I'm on board. I vote for that.
Fuck. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
That is it. But it's not just Terry Crews. It's Terry Crews as that Old Spice dude.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Which I think Terry Crews is that Old Spice dude.
Yeah.
He's kind of that guy.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much him. I think if you ever got that guy a little bit high, he would honestly be sitting there. Why are bubbles coming out of my mouth? All right, let's move on. The sister of He-Man comes
Wait
later.
a minute. We didn't agree on Skeletor. Oh, we said Cat Williams for Skeletor.
I vote Cat Williams. You guys can
I'm
say
on
what
board.
you
Yeah.
on board.
Yeah, I still say Chris Pratt, but we'll go with Cat Williams. I'm okay.
We'll
with
find
that.
a way to fit Chris Pratt into this somehow.
All right.
You know what? No. You know what? Chris Pratt could be the sorceress at Castle Grayskull.
Oh no. So you're talking about the sister? You mean She-Ra, or do you mean the
She-Ra.
one? Or do you mean
She-Ra.
Tila, the one that's like?
Tila is the chick that's like, you think that there's something going on, but Adam's been like so friend zoned that you really think that's never gonna happen. But
Tila was actually
that staff to He-Man.
Yeah, Tila was actually a clone of the Sorcerer of Grayskull.
Oh, really?
The Sorceress of Grayskull.
God, what a nerd.
Sorry. All right, what are we talking about next?
Let's go ahead and stick close to the family.
She-Ra?
Let's do She-Ra.
So I was gonna say Ronda Rousey, but since she just lost, we're gonna go with Holly Holm.
Holly Holm. Okay, so you went
still
tough.
up for Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, but don't you remember when Mike Tyson was supposed to be the guest at WrestleMania and he got beat by Buster Douglas, and then Buster Douglas knocked out Macho Man at WrestleMania?
I went so the other way with this. I went Amy Schumer.
That sounds terrible. All I see is Amy complaining about having to run.
Can you imagine her actually in a fight scene where she gets like the laziest kick ever?
Yes, I can imagine it very vividly. I can also imagine her like getting hurt halfway through filming and have to
Wait. Is that since we did a DJ Qualls and Terry Crews combo? Are we gonna do this with like Amy Schumer
and
beforehand,
Ronda
and then
Rousey?
she goes to She-Ra, she becomes Holly Holmes?
I got one.
Huh.
Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, Aubrey Plaza and Holly Holm. Just dye Plaza's hair blonde. That's perfect.
I
Yes.
love it.
That is perfect.
Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
She'll just be like, "Get out of my party, Scott Pilgrim," and then she'll turn to Zebra or She-Ra.
I'm down.
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm down.
Aubrey Plaza.
All right, Aubrey Plaza and
Who's
Holly Holm as She-Ra.
All right.
So the both of them.
The both of them, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Rhonda.
Another CG thing.
Yeah. So who's next? Orca.
Battle Cat. Battle Cat.
All right. I got Owen Wilson.
I'm down with Owen Wilson. I'm
Guys,
down with Owen Wilson, yeah.
Guys, what if I chose a tiger?
You like just a tiger?
Yeah, just a random wild tiger.
Just put DJ Qualls next to a random tiger on set.
Wait, no. Okay, so I'm just joking about the tiger thing. I just made that up, but I just thought about it. It sounded kind of awesome because you literally went straight to a human. So what I was thinking, though, was also a human. I was thinking we get Dennis Leary, right?
Dennis Leary.
Yeah, because he was Diego. He was the saber-tooth tiger in Ice Age.
Right.
So we get Dennis
He's
Leary.
got the tiger cred.
Right, we get Dennis Leary.
But what if he wants to expand his acting chops? Because
well, this is the perfect opportunity because in this film he is literally gonna play a tiger. It's gonna be just naked Dennis Leary, but like he ain't got no words. All he does is growl, roar, and let Terry Crews ride on his back.
Wait a minute.
so we're gonna put a saddle and a war harness.
If we're talking a character that only like growls or
Vin
says
Diesel?
very few Vin Diesel.
No,
exactly.
no.
Vin Diesel.
No, that's a waste because I love Dennis Leary for this. I'm sorry, it's perfect. Just to see him with like a bit in his mouth going,
just growling at Fat Chris, or just growling at Cat Williams. Cat's like, you better get your Dennis Leary away from me, He-Man.
Oh, I'm down. That's locked, and we're not talking no CG cat. We're talking like full on.
That's straight up like 52-year-old Dennis Leary, just ass naked with a saddle,
Just being ridden.
by Terry Crews. He's just muscles riding Dennis Leary. Terrible. So like Skeletor has his own panther.
Yeah, he does.
Right?
I forgot about that.
So I was thinking for his cat, we have Panthro from Thundercats. Because this cat's a panther. It's not a lion. It's not a tiger. It's a panther.
But we're not an actor.
Yeah,
That's just another character.
We're actually casting. If we want to do a character, we'll actually animate that in. But who's going to play Panther?
We're going to cast Panthro from the Thundercats. He'll be an actual remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit when they had a cartoon stand next to the people?
Right.
It's gonna be Panther. He's gonna be 1980 style cartoon.
All right, Panthro it is. Panthro
playing the part.
And every time Skeletor gets ready to ride him, he'll just kind of complain because Panthro was like Amos. He was the dad from Good Times.
Yeah, he was the old guy.
Right? He was kind of that guy in the show. And so, every time Skeletor's like, I need my noble steed. And get over here, Panthro. And this one's like, this little motherfucker.
Oh, damn whippersnappers.
He jumps on his back and he's like, I'm really about tired of carrying this little skeleton Cat Williams motherfucker. I like him. And he breaks the fourth wall because he's supposed to be a cat, but he's a person.
Yeah, but he's also a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, he knows he's in a movie with cartoons and all that other kind of stuff. He's like Deadpool. He breaks the fourth wall.
Panther wins. Panther's like, what the fuck is going on in this production?
I told you I had some great choices for this.
You do. All right. So how about Tila? We mentioned Tila. Who do we want to throw in there?
Tila Tequila.
No, God, no.
No thing. I'd rather have Lindsay Lohan.
Actually, I went weird. I went modern.
Okay.
I went Melissa McCarthy.
Ooh, So I love Melissa McCarthy. She is hilarious. She did an interview on About Last Night podcast that was really great. I love podcasts, guys. Anyways,
me too.
You should be on one soon.
Yeah, one day. I gotta tell you, listen, one day I guest hosted. I'm sorry, I'm gonna derail this whole thing with a tangent. I'm trying to get this started that I want my new name to just be Tangent Inception because I can tangent on the tangent on tangent. If you give me enough time, I'll bring it all home. But anyway, so my brother has a radio show and I guest hosted for him. And then directly after that, my dad, who will not listen to anything I put on the internet, no matter how much of it is, but he'll listen to my brother's radio show because it's not on the computer. So he's like, man, I heard you on your brother's show. It was really good, man. You sounded great. You sounded natural. It didn't even sound like it was your first time. And I was like, hey, it wasn't my first time. I've got over 50 hours of stuff recorded and posted already on the internet. It's not my first time. And he was like, no, you ain't listening to me. You sounded really good. You need to really think about trying to start a radio show or something like that. I'm like, Dad, I've been telling you, I've been doing this podcast.
I am.
That's what I'm doing.
I've been doing this podcast for 6 months. And he was like, no, listen to me. you got your blog and all that, but this is the radio. I had a hard to tell him it was internet radio. Like, Dad, it's the same shit.
Yeah, I've
only
learned
difference is
actually
she
with
does
anyone older than like their 30s, I do kind of like, oh yeah, I host an internet radio show, and they get it. But I started to drop that, and I'd test it, and I'd be like, I host a podcast. A what? Is that like a party?
I don't know anything about these pod folks you're talking about. All right, so Tila and the Sorceress of Castle Grayskull. So they're the same person, right? Like
No,
Tila,
they are not the same person.
Okay, sorry. Tila is a clone. So they have the same
According
face.
to the nerdiest one on this podcast tonight, yes.
Look it up. Dudes, I dated it up. Anyway, so what I'm thinking is, since they are the same person, we might as well just cast them both together, unless we're going to make them different just for the sake of this. I don't know.
Okay, I'm down.
So Chris Pratt and Chris Pratt, gotcha.
Yes, let's do it. The only female on the good guy's side is Fat Chris Pratt and Skinny Chris Pratt.
You know what? I'm down with that.
I'm down. That's
Got
happening.
Okay, there it is. There it is. Chris
job.
Pratt.
Which leads me to the other female of this, Evil Lynn.
Evil Lynn. I got Angelina Jolie, but she's wearing that face makeup from Maleficent and also that headgear.
Ooh. Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
I got Betty White.
Awesome.
Man, now I'm torn.
You know, I really like my idea, but I think I got to vote for Betty.
I'll go for Betty.
Just imagine Betty just like casually walking up with her stick and the bondage gear, kind of looking like, listen, bitch.
But don't have her have any comedic lines. Have all her lines be straight as hell and deadpan delivery.
Exactly.
But it'll still be hilarious because it's Betty White, but don't make her try to be funny.
Exactly.
We'll leave that up to Skeletor.
Who else we got? Beastman. The ginger beast of the He-Man world.
I got Russell Brand.
Russell Brand.
But he's not like actually Beastman. He's just Russell Brand. Where like just.
I actually
like
have
Beastman.
Russell Brand as well, but for someone else.
Oh, not for Beastman?
Yeah, the Cyclops dude, the one with the green visor that keeps changing.
Triclops.
Triclops, yeah.
For
That was-
Triclops, I had LeVar Burton, but he's playing the role of Geordi from Star Trek.
You know, I'm voting for LeVar Burton.
As long as
one.
one of his eyes turns and he has to do the Reading Rainbow song.
Yep,
Just-
I'm on board. LeVar
Just he
Burton
turns to
all the way.
one, it's like laser. Turns to the other one, he can see through walls. Turns to the other one, he's like, dun, 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 reading. Sorry, Yeah. I told you, man. I go hard on this.
For Beastman, I actually thought that we could save a lot of money on CG and prosthetics if we cast Seth Rogen.
Oh, I feel bad for Seth Rogen now.
Why? He accepts his typecast.
I don't know if he's mean enough to be Beastman.
True.
That's it. That's it.
very
I don't want
chill.
him to be. I want him to be. I want Cat Williams to tell him to go rip that man's arms off and be like, I don't really wanna.
He'd be like, "What? No, I don't know how to rip that guy's arms off. What?
I'm just here to like hang out with Skunk Man, who is also played by James Franco, by the way.
What?
I was me and James Franco were just smoking some weed. I love Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Beastman is just Seth Rogen on the set being told what to do.
And Franco is literally just hanging around talking about how much he loves him. That's why he's in the movie.
Yeah.
But he's not playing any character in the movie. He's just there.
No, I was gonna have him play Skunk Man.
Ah.
All right, I'm down with Rogen and Franco. I like those guys.
Yeah.
But now we kind of have to write in McBride, Danny McBride.
See, what about who was there? There's
All right,
yeah.
so there's the many faces, the guy with all the different faces that change around.
Yeah.
So I was thinking for that one, we just get the Anchorman crew. Like one face is Ron Burgundy. And then
Like
one
not
face
even the actors, the actual Anchorman crew.
Right, that's what I'm saying. One face is Ron Burgundy, one's like Paul Rudd's character, one's like, I don't know what we're yelling about. The other one's got a
So
like
the
cowboy
entire
hat.
crew of
Right,
yeah,
Anchorman
right. I'm down.
is
I'm sold.
One of them is Christina Applegate. One of them is actually Fred Willard too, because he's like the set producer. That was
Yeah, I'm down.
And one of them has to be a random extra that was in the movie.
Will Smith was an extra in part 2.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, right.
If I recall, he got murdered as fuck, didn't he?
So I think that's the other face. It's Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yep.
Perfect.
Stay classy, San Diego. There was a guy named Zodak or something like that, like who was like kind of a neutral guy who wasn't really on either side, and there were times where he helped the good guys and there were times where he helped the bad guys, and they never really specified what he could do or what his powers were. Like I seen him punch people. That's what I remember him doing. And
Morgan Freeman.
just from that description, punch people.
That alone, Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah, he had like the giant ass fist, didn't he?
Sounds like a plan. I'm cool with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman with a giant fist.
Morgan Freeman, there it is.
Wait, we didn't.
What about Duncan? We forgot about Duncan.
Whoa, no, we forgot about Duncan and we forgot about Orko.
Oh yeah, Orko. Oh yeah, I have notes for this shit. All right, so for Duncan, so Duncan has that big old porn stash, right?
Yeah.
So for mine, I wanted to be Norm Macdonald, but I wanted to be Norm Macdonald doing an impersonation of Burt Reynolds.
Yes, I'm on board. I vote for that one.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, look
up.
I'm vote for that one.
I'm gonna forego mine entirely ahead of time and just go with that one. That one's way better.
Yep.
So here's the deal for the fans. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go to YouTube, type in SNL Celebrity Jeopardy, and you'll see it. Like, just watch those. It's always Will Ferrell as Alex Trebek just getting trolled by celebrities. But one of the celebrities is Norm Macdonald doing Burt Reynolds. It's awesome.
I approve of this message. All right, who do you have for Orko?
So I had the Andy Serkis guy that got to play Gollum in Lord of the Rings. Because you need somebody to stop motion. Orko's not a real person. But I want the voice to be Paul Scheer. Andre from The League.
Man.
Think about Andre's voice. Like, just, come on, guys. No, it's me, Andre.
Because I
got a little bit of a lisp.
I went full on Alan Rickman for Orko.
That's the polar opposite.
Alan Rickman, like with a deep voice?
Yes.
Alan Rickman.
I am Metatron. Remember Dogma? Remember Dogma?
I wanted to be like that one where Alan Rickman calls and leaves himself a voice message.
Hello, Alan Rickman.
Actually, I'm okay with Alan Rickman because no one would expect it. They're like, oh, it's Orko, and Orko's voice is like...
Yeah, I want him to float in looking exactly like he does from the cartoon, and then it's just Alan Rickman, just kind of like, why am I here?
Oh, also, I want to bring this up to these young folks who probably don't know who Norm Macdonald is. Shame on you for not knowing who Norm Macdonald is. Also, he's the KFC commercial guy.
He is. He's the new KFC guy.
That's him. He's Colonel Sanders.
That new guy.
He's playing Colonel Sanders now.
Yeah, they tried jumping with this new thing, and their numbers were just tanking. So immediately they're like, fuck this, fix this, do this right. And someone was like, what if we just got Norm Macdonald to play as the Colonel?
What I love about it is that he's like, I'm Colonel Sanders, and it's like, people think I'm not Colonel Sanders, so I'm going to take a lie detector. And he like fails the lie detector. Like he does not do well in that lie detector test.
No, he did not.
Norm Macdonald is the ultimate comedian when it comes to Shaggy Dog stories.
Wait, is there any way we could do Men at Arms, like, to convert from Burt Reynolds to Norm Macdonald's doing the Colonel?
That actually might work. He does have a big mustache.
Like halfway through the film, he takes his helmet takes a big dent and a head injury.
Oh, and when he takes the helmet off, he's got snow white hair, and he's just a colonel for the rest of the movie.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Done.
Just a one wardrobe change later.
No wardrobe change. He just takes off his helmet, and his hair is like just all white, and he just is the colonel from that moment on.
I dig it. I really dig it. I think we have enough of a cast to make our first film.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh wait, no. I've got one more.
One more. Lead us on, man.
So there's the merman character, the one that's kind of like he kind of looks like the monster from the Black Lagoon.
He actually looks more like the one from Monster Squad.
Okay, but point is you know who I'm talking about. So we should have the dude. I don't even know the guy's name, man. The guy who plays Drago on Game of Thrones.
We should have Aquaman play the sea monster guy.
Dude,
right. Only we want him to be Drago though. Like he only speaks in that like
in Dothraki.
Yeah, in Dothraki, he's just wah 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 wah. And whenever he does have a fight scene, it's something weird where he like slits a dude's throat and pulls his tongue out through the hole for talking shit to him.
I actually thought we should just get Murlocs from World of Warcraft to play.
Oh, just.
I like it.
Up to you guys. So what do we have? Did somebody write this down?
Yeah, I've been keeping it down.
Okay.
We have, really quick, going fast here, we have DJ Qualls and Terry Crews playing as both Prince Adam and He-Man. Alan Rickman is Orko. Cat Williams as Skeletor. Amy Schumer and did we decide on Holly or?
Well, I don't know for sure. All I know is that she lost, and if WrestleMania is to depict our lives, she can't be in the
we're
match.
gonna do Amy Schumer and Holly for She-Ra.
Sorry, Rhonda. You're still kind of hot.
Man at Arms is the Colonel and Burt Reynolds being played by Norm Macdonald. We didn't really elaborate, so I went automatically because of my show. Fuck you all.
Right.
Melissa McCarthy is Tila. Oh wait, no, we did elaborate. Chris Pratt is playing both Tila and the sorceress.
Yes.
That's right. Betty White is winning by a landslide as Evil Lynn.
For some reason in my mind, she has a shotgun.
instead of her staff.
Right, she just has a shotgun.
Beautiful.
Beastman is played by Seth Rogen, while Skunkman is being played by what's his name?
Franco.
Franco, yeah, James Franco.
Gotta have that duo.
Dennis Leary is playing as Cringer, while the Panther mount is being played by Panthro.
And Panthro is also kind of a play on like stereotypical 1970s working class fathers of black community.
And meanwhile,
he's like Danny Glover on Lethal Weapon. Sorry.
And meanwhile, we got Aquaman playing Merman.
But he's playing
Rocky,
the role. Right.
Lucky Aquaman playing Merman.
There you go. Make sure that we know he's Drago. And then I think we have to. Is that it?
That's it.
What about Triclops as LeVar Burton?
And
Oh, yeah.
LeVar
Oh,
Burton,
yeah.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Cannot skip that shit.
And
as
then
well as,
Manny Faces is the Anchorman crew.
Anchorman crew.
That's the entire Anchorman crew.
And then we had who else was it? There was one more.
Dennis Leary is Battle Cat, but
we got that one. No, the other
it.
villain.
Skeletor?
No. The skinny British comedian.
Oh, Russell Brand. No. We said Seth Rogen was going to be.
Yeah. We switched it out.
Yeah, but didn't we put him at something else though?
No.
Okay,
you said you had him at something else, but you never mentioned it, actually.
Fuck it. I'm happy with this. We got a film. All right, Hollywood, go fund this shit Chimmy has announced.
Wait. One more before we get going, though. I'm sorry. I have notes, but they're really badly written, so I just noticed this. But Trapjaw, the guy with the metal jaw.
Yes.
We got to write Danny McBride in for there, because like he's in everything Seth Rogen and Franco.
There it is.
Right.
Trapjaw.
Danny McBride is the shit. He's the only guy not playing a character.
Danny McBride is in now. Now he's officially been in both Chimi casts.
Was he in the other one too?
Yeah, he I think he played Lord Zed.
Oh, that would be awesome. But like he's straight up Danny McBride. Like
Danny
just
McBride, exactly.
What do you shitty teenagers want? Go get me some beers and I'll tell you about the mission.
I'm excited to see this movie. I hope they make it.
They're gonna make it. We've announced. Anyway, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, I am happy to be here. Appreciate you having me.
Well, keep your ears out and your eyes out for his future work. So this guy's gonna go places.
Definitely.
And Professor, thank you again for rocking in your chair, having a pee for this last several minutes. And
last half hour, actually.
Last half hour, yeah. I thought he was drunk, but he's just sitting here like, I have to pee. So now I'm dragging it on a little bit further, just intentionally.
I appreciate that. Although before you leave,
I'd
like to make a little bit of an advertisement here.
Oh, your urinary bladder isn't more important?
It's not so bad that I'm not willing to give your viewers a discount.
Discount?
Yes.
You whore.
Discounted your pee?
I'm a whore. So if you haven't tried Lyft yet as a ride, if you sign up using my link, you will get $5 off each ride for the first 10 rides. So that's $50. So you go to bit.do/profe. So that's bit.do/PROFE.
Everyone, it's okay to go rewind and listen to that again.
Yes. It's totally
Also, for all those folks that think like, oh, I'm not messing with that Lyft stuff. It's just an upstart. I'm gonna do Uber. It's the exact there's the difference is the area of coverage.
Yeah.
I know people that won't mess with Lyft but use Uber, and I'm like, well, if you're gonna use one, you might as well use the other one. It's about area of coverage. It's not about which one is. They're the same product. It's just area of coverage.
The other thing is, I do believe that if you work for Taco Bell, you're not allowed to work to use Lyft, but you can use Uber because we've seen what happens there.
I don't get it.
Dun dun dun. Bad
Yeah,
joke.
so bit.do/prof.e.
Bit.do/Prof E. You heard
That
it here.
sounds like a song. bit.do/e.
Ba, 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 ba.
Sorry.
Anyways, thank you both, gentlemen, for being part of the most overrated podcast on the internet.
It was a lot of fun.
I say underrated.
Underrated. I like the way this man thinks.
Thanks for having me on, man. I love the show.
Thank you. That is all the time we have for tonight, everybody. But make sure to keep tuning in. Thank you so much. If you like this episode, please click that like button, smash the subscribe button, and make sure to comment on what you did and did not like on this episode. My name is Christian, and as always, may the awesomeness be with you.